Bon après-midi. I'm watching on Netflix a German with a dubbed German suspense crime thriller called Dear Child. And at the beginning, I started to think that it was inspired by The Room, and it may well have been. I haven't really looked at the synopsis since deciding to watch it, and I'm quite gripped by it, which is unusual for me. I find Netflix a bit lightweight sometimes, and I just give up after. I think I don't want to watch this. It's crap. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I was up at 6, which is annoying. I delayed my coffee till 7:30, which was a good thing. I realised I enjoyed it more, so I must remember to give myself an hour or so before I have a coffee. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Then I had a second one, and now I fancy a third one. And bearing in mind that the coffee that we have is probably double espresso strength, I probably shouldn't have another one, especially as my functional health advisor suggested I don't have much coffee. What else? I've been using the kitchen, I've cooked the dinner, I've done some washing up in the sink. It's difficult because we can't put anything back until Monday. So I've got a big sort of draining thing that goes over the top of the sink, and I can't put that back. So I have got a draining board, which I didn't have before, and but it's flat. It's not a corrugated or whatever draining board. So the water just stays on the thing that you've put on the draining board. I need to. I think he said his wife had got something that she put on the draining board, called it a mousse, like a little tappy. I'm going to look and see what there is, because the thing is that you start putting stuff like that. If I put something in the sink, you've got to be whipping it out, every couple of days, because it's just going to be a harbour for germs. So I'm going to look carefully. I'll have a look around on Amazon and see what they've got. I don't know, Scotchette. I don't know why, how YouTube recognises where the traffic comes from. I mean, obviously they've got tools to be able to do that. I don't know how they do it, but it's. I I just thought it. I don't look at those. I don't normally look at those stats. I hadn't looked at them for a while, and I saw that, and I thought, if only Toronto GWM, gay white man, would stop sharing my fucking photo, there wouldn't be all that traffic. There wouldn't be all that traffic from Tattle. He spends most of his time sharing photos of me. I think he's obsessed with me. I think actually I'm turning him. I think he's actually fallen for me. Always sharing my photo. Always finds the most unflattering. And I don't have a flattering body anyway, so I know that. And shares it and makes some. I can't explain it. Tries to make it funny. And it always reminds me of a 5 or 6 year old who's discovered how to make his parents laugh. He's discovered that if I do this, my parents will laugh, and that will mean they'll love me. And the 5 year old repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats and doesn't stop, because it's their way of getting strokes. And that's what it reminds me of. I think he's got a very stuck emotional development, and he's stuck as a 5 to 7 year old, because the stuff that he shares is so. I don't know the word. I can't think of the word, but it's yeah. It seems very naive. Of course, he gets lots of strokes for it. People laugh at it. People like it, which astonishes me. And so he does it all the more. And it's so easy for people to sit behind a keyboard and not show their face, to be able to take the piss out of people, and to share unflattering photos. But we don't know what he looks like. We have no idea. I think he looks like Gollum, sitting there in his Toronto apartment, with obviously nothing better to do. And I just think he's a very sad man. Um, or he is in love with me and obsessed with me. And sorry, Toronto GWM, but I'm taken. So yeah, scotch it. And as somebody said, what is Tattle? And I answered them, and it is a gossip site that I was on. Um, I didn't know about it. I think Michael Petherick talked about it years ago. I can't remember now. So I went and looked and found it, and um, I think I joined it then. And the first time I got the rules wrong, was I posted something and the page changed. So it looked like I hadn't posted. So I reposted and I was immediately jumped on by a mod who, well, it's like, I think it's an automated thing. You must follow the rules. You must do this. You must do that. Tick here to say you agree. But there wasn't another choice. But, if you don't give me a choice, that really pisses me off. So I had to agree under duress, even though I hadn't, it was like, but I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to do that. And then it got silly. And, it isn't moderated for the things I think it should be moderated for. It's moderated for going off topic, or moderated if people start telling others on there what to do. But it isn't moderated for some of the awful stuff they say. That really quite vomit making for me. It's really quite below the belt, some of the things that they come out with and the words that they use. And yet, this is what makes me laugh. I'm going to say the word. I'm not going to say it. Begins with W and ends in K. But they can type that word and it's not a problem. But they can't say shit. I don't understand that. How is the word that is 4 letters beginning with W and ending in K not wrong, but they can't say shit? Stuff like that. It's so that this it's yeah. I mean, ultimately, having made other attempts at I was invited by 2 or 3 people from there, who interestingly are not really posting now much, to join, and you had to have a code or something. I can't remember. But my IP address is blocked, I think, and so I tried various ways. This is 18 months ago now. Tried various ways and just thought, why am I bothering? Why am I doing this to sit amongst people that many of whom I find childish and crass? What I think I got all hooked up into it with the chateau stuff, and because obviously the site is called Tattle Life, and there's various forums, and the one I'm talking about is the Chateau Diaries forum. So I got hooked into it because of what was going on with Chateau, and that I was being attacked by its defenders. So I suppose it felt a good place for me to be, because of that. And now they're attacking me. Now they're attacking me, and I'm thinking, why? Why are you bothering with me? I have a few more subscribers than I had last month, which is interesting. I have, just looking at my analytics, I have 2,648 subscribers, which is tiny. It's small fry. So why don't you just leave it? It's pointless. You're meant to be the Chateau Diaries, and I'm not doing stuff about Chateau Diaries. Why are you coming for me? I don't understand it. I think it is because Toronto GWM, in his childishness, keeps me present on there. And there's somebody else called Pike. What is it he says? Pike is not very subtle. So Pike says something like, "Oh, I keep expecting Kathy to tell you to fuck off." Well, if you write stuff like that, Pike, I'm not likely to follow through, am I? It's not very subtle. And I haven't said anything about Tattle for months. Yeah, Pike. And who else? Oh, Seymour doesn't like me. Well, the feeling's mutual, that's fine. Contest somebody doesn't. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter, I don't care. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's I haven't talked about that deliberately, but I am talking about it now because I'm the butt of his childlike humour, and I just want to say, grow up, you tosser. And if I say grow up, you tosser, just out of the blue on my vlog, nobody will know what it means, and I'll have to say to them, I don't mean you, I don't mean you. So I want to say to him, grow up, you tosser, get a life, and find someone else to find someone else to share unflattering photos of, or don't do it, because it's not funny. It's just not funny. It's very sad. So sorry to all of my the subscribers who are not interested in this, but I wanted to say it. And as we know, it's Kathy's vlog, so the content is Kathy's content. There we go. I'm going to leave it there. I'll probably do a nice clickbait title just to piss him off. Or what am I going to come up with? Yeah, I'll do a nice clickbait title. I suppose what I'm going to do is I'm going to retaliate, and I haven't done. In fact, when I was on Tattle, which is, I don't remember when, both he, very early on, I blocked him, because you can, when you're actually registered on there and you're logged in, you can block people so you don't have to read their posts. And I blocked him really early on before he started doing this, because I just thought, oh my God. And he doesn't really have conversations. There's something wrong with him. He doesn't have conversations with people. So I think he's a narcissist, because he doesn't really get into conversations. Other people chat to each other on there. He doesn't. It's all about him. And he gets a bit upset if the title of the next, because it runs for 50 pages and then they have to choose a new topic with a new title. He gets a bit upset if it's not one he's chosen. So he's not subtle either. So yeah, you can block people. So I blocked him early on, and I blocked Seymour because she just was so irritating, and I can't remember who else I blocked. And all of this talking about people and talking about them is against the rules. What is it? Tattles don't something. But in the end, Tattle got pissed off with me because I did talk about them, and I'm doing it now. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to have to think of a clickbait title. Have a nice day, whatever day it is in your life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already.